All right, guys. Guess who? It's Pop Pop. And I'm telling you what, it is Pop Pop's garage right now. You guys, right now. I've got this car in here. It's got I got to build brake lines for it all the way from the front to the back. They've completely blown out. Uh, Coming to the back, the front ones. I don't know. They're not leaking. But all I'm dealing with is getting it to have brakes back on it. This car right here, this wheel, we've been working on it because I got to get it up off the ground to run the brake lines. And I'm trying to break these lugs loose on this wheel in order to take that wheel off because I got to replace the brake line that comes all the way across it over to here, and I'm probably, because after I replace the brake lines, I'm going to have to bleed it. The bleeders are probably not going to open up on these calipers, so I got brand new calipers I'm going to put on here with brand new brakes. I can't get the damn lugs off this thing. Well, I want to show you something else. This truck sitting right here. I got it in here. I got to put brakes all the way around this damn thing. Let me see. See that? Fucked up lug there. This wheel right here, out of the, let's see, there's six. Out of the six, I can only get three of them loose. So I'm fighting this truck as well on getting lugs off of it now. This damn see that right there? That came off of my Jeep. I've got different rims and tires on it right now. This was an original rim. Now, when I had these bigger tires, these are 33 12.5 by 15s. When I had these bigger tires put on the original rims, they used a damn air ratchet. Well, I'm going to have to splice this together. Anyway, they used an air ratchet to put the wheels back on my Jeep. Three of these I could not break loose. I had to have them cut off. You could see the burn marks in it. This one, I've got two vehicles here. Let me come back over here. People, those of you who think I smoke Marlboros, I roll my own cigarettes, folks. I've told you that before. Okay, guys, for some reason I keep turning this damn, stopping this recording and having to restart, so I'm going to have a couple of, where you can tell it wasn't a solid video. People, I'm telling you what, if you let people use them air ratchets on your damn, or them air impacts on your cars, or your trucks or anything else, you're out of your damn minds. My Jeep, when I had to have them lugs cut off of it, that cost me $100 freaking to get them just that one rim, folks. The rest of them I was able to break loose myself, but I could not break those loose. They had to be cut off. These wheels, this car that I've got sitting here is a 2006. Well, it's not quite as old as my Jeep, but I think we're going to try a couple of things tomorrow. I got a guy, he's throwing an 18-bolt impact at me. I don't think it's going to do much good. But I've got another way that I can use my 4-way and a piece of pipe, and I can use the ground and just back slowly back the car up and use the, you understand, use the actual turning of the wheel to break them loose. Uh, Whether that'll work or not, I don't know. If it'll either break my damn four way or my pry bar or whatever or not pry bar, my um, torque bar that I've got. But we're going to extend it out with a piece of pipe so that I can rest it against the ground. They just allow the car to back up a little bit, just enough to break the lugs loose. If it don't break it, it'll snap the damn studs off, and then I can just knock them out and put some new studs in it. But I've got, like I said, for the car over here, I've got to run brake lines all the way from the front. Um, I can't call it a master cylinder because it's not where you're putting the brake fluid in. It's actually on the bottom, on the left side. It people, I don't understand why they're making vehicles. They only do this to make it harder to work on them. I've been working on this shit. I'm 60. I've been working on cars since I was at least probably about 11 to 14 years old, somewhere around there. I started working on cars. Uh, they don't want you to be able to work on them. They want it to cost you $100 for an oil change, which is ridiculous. They want to charge you up here today. They're wanting to charge $1,000, $500 an axle to do a brake job. People, I don't even charge people. I don't charge these people anything. I tell them I'm doing it to help you. Now, those who, and just like with this car here, this is my neighbor's car. They're an older couple, just like me and my wife. They're on a limited income. So I know they don't have a whole lot of money. And so I told them I would work on this car for free. I said, I'll just do it. And if I can't fix it, then it's nobody's out anything. But if I can fix it, then we can get it done, you know. And he's going to force some money on me. But I told him, I said, you know what? I'll accept any money that you can afford to give me. That you can afford to give me. If you can't afford to give it to me because you and your family, your wife, you guys need something else, whatever it might be, I don't care. Do not give it to me because I don't need it. I am taken care of. But people do things for me because I do that for them. And if they can't afford to pay me, they'll like I got a set of ramps over here that I can drive cars up on and do oil changes with. That was given to me uh, because I did an oil change for somebody and saved them. I charged them. It was 30 less or like $29 and something for the oil and the filter. I did it in about 10 minutes, and because the place that they've been taking it to is now charging them over $100. It's like $106 and some change for an oil change, folks. That's it. Takes 10 minutes. They bought the set of ramps for me. So now I can just drive their car right straight up on these ramps and change their oil for them for $30 every time. I don't charge people for my labor. But I'm not saying people don't give me things for my labor. I'm not saying that, but I don't charge people for my labor. I just can't do it. Uh, Now I ain't working on somebody's Mercedes out here, and I'll tell you that right now. And the people I am working on are families, friends, neighbors, whatever. I'm not out here advertising this shit, all right? This is stuff like people that know me. That's why, if I know if they've got some money, I'll charge them. I might charge them something, but it won't be what they would pay somewhere else. Uh, but most of the people, and you can, I really don't charge. They just hand me something after I'm done. That's basically the way it works. And it might not even be the dam done. It might be a week or 2 weeks later. When they get around to it, they come back and say, hey, here, this is for what you did for me. Appreciate the hell out of it. That's the way things go. And people, it doesn't matter what you think. We're going to be going back to that, whether you understand it or not. They're going to take the money. They're going to take all your damn stocks. You ain't going to have none of that shit, folks. You can't eat it anyway. It's going to be going back to trading one thing for another. This can't keep going. This money pyramid scam shit, it can't last forever, and they already know it's pretty much done. That's why they're trying to go digital. But anyway, folks, that's a little bit about what's going on at Pop Pop's Garage this weekend. This has been just this weekend. Last weekend, I come home to the flood in my house, my basement, my barn out here and shit. I'm sitting out here tonight. Now today, with all this going on, my son came over today. He brought my daughter-in-law, my granddaughter over to see us, and so I even had him out here. Yeah, oh, buddy, he didn't know. He come over here all nice and clean. I had him out here sweating by the time it was over with. He was able to get one lug on that car broke loose, but not on any of the other ones. And he was sweating hard when it was over. And folks, he's a lot bigger than me. He towers over me. Let's just put it like that. He's a big boy, so he was working his ass off trying to get them things off of there. But they were over here, and I told them I had to come out, man. I had one cigarette or two cigarettes left in my pack. I had to come out here and roll some damn cigarettes. And so I told them, I said, well, hell, guys, I spent most of the day kind of messing around with them, dealing with this out here and shit. And I said, I got to go out here and roll some cigarettes. We done ate dinner and shit. And so they was hanging out in the house, and I came out here. And I wasn't out here very long, and I was sitting here. I had probably rolled maybe 5 or 6 cigarettes at the time. And I get my phone rings all of a sudden. I'm like, what the? And it's my daughter. She's in the house now. All my family's in the house. And she's calling me. And so I answer it, and she goes, there's cops out front here. Because I'm back here in the barn, back 40. And she goes, there's cops up there at the door. They're saying there's some kind of a fight that's going on back here. And they're wanting to come back. Somebody on the next street over claimed it was out here in the backyard, and they're wanting to come around there. I said, hey, tell them I'm on my way out. I'm out here in the garage with the garage door shut. I hit that button, open, the garage door opens. I come busting my ass up the damn driveway. Here comes one of them around the other neighbor's side of my house. Matter of fact, the guy's car that's here, he's coming up that side of my house. And I'm looking at him, and he goes, hey, Brian. Man, somebody called, said there was some domestic violence, it sounded like, coming out from over here. I'm like, and I'm looking at him, and I'm going, in my backyard, and he's going, oh, no, not. It just sounded like it was coming from over here somewhere, he's telling me. Now, this is one of the older officers that knows me around here. And me and him, at one time, I didn't like him. Let's just put it like that. I don't have a problem with him today. But we've had some words, and but he's going, no, Brian, no. They said it sounded like it could have been coming, and I said, oh well, you know what? Because I just walked out here to my barn, and I said, you know, when I was walking out, and this really happened when I was walking out, about two doors down that way, they're having like a party down there now. I think they even got a above ground pool and shit down there. It's been a pretty nice day. I said, but when I came walking out to the barn here, I heard a scream over there, and it was bloody murder scream. And I looked over and I seen all the people and all, and so I didn't think nothing of it. I came on out here to the barn. Next thing I know, within a few minutes, they're walking, or I'm going out, and they're walking up through there. Now they caught my daughter was the one that answered the door, and she sees it's cops, so she kind of walks out there. Her and my son walk out there, and they're talking to the cops, telling them what's going on, and they're wanting to come around to the back of my house and shit. And I've told these guys, don't come around here without a fucking warrant. But my daughter's, she's the one that's calling me, and my son's telling them they're trying to come up and walk up and around the house, and my son's going, hey, you need, and the officer looks at him, he goes, I understand, I know, you ain't got to tell me, so he's not going past where he has the right to go. And most cops do have the right to come up as far as a mailman. If the mailman's got the right to come up there, they have the right to come up there as well. They claim that, but they did. They waited until I got out of the barn, and I was out in my backyard anyway. And so they're asking me about it, and I'm going, that's the only. It has to be right over there. And so I come around the front of my house after the cop heads that way down that street or down towards that where that party's going on. And so I go on out around front, and there's two cars out there, two cop cars. And hell, all the damn neighbors out. The cops are they're parked right in front of my house. So everybody's looking at me and the cops and shit. And so I walk over, and the neighbors, I'm asking the neighbor, did you hear something? And he's going, no, I don't. And then another neighbor across the street, he's out over there, and they're all watching this shit. By the time it was done, the officer walked back up and says, oh, it was them kids down there being loud and shit, Brian, hell. We're sorry for bothering anybody. And they fucking left. But it was kind of funny because even my kids were telling them, you don't want to go back there. You don't want to go back there. But by the time you get back to my barn, you're so deep into my property that chances are you're going to have a gun shoved up your ass if you get this far back. And you're not supposed to be back here. And and the cop kept telling me, I said, I understand, we know, and shit. So I was laughing about that. Even my son said, man, he was saying they know. Funny, folks. I said, I think it was even in my last video, they're going to have to come up with a law stopping these clowns from shipping these clown governors from Arizona and Texas and I don't know, maybe even New Mexico. I don't know if New Mexico's doing it or not. But they're going to have to pass a law or something to stop these guys from sending these illegal immigrants up to D.C., New York, Chicago, Pelosi's house. Let's see, Kamala's house, Martha's Vineyard, and Lord only knows where else. And tonight, Fox News, I see they're talking about they're going to file charges against Arizona and I think at least Texas, Arizona and Texas governors for kidnapping these illegal immigrants and sending them to someplace they didn't want to be. Now, how are they going to explain that Martha's Vineyard is probably one of the most high dollar places that you could freaking be in within the United States? Is it even within the United States? I don't even know anymore. It's mansions everywhere. And they were saying that these people are being sent to these places against their will. Like none of them would want to live on that island. They're telling these people that that this is a inhumane thing to do to people, is pack them up on planes and fly them or buses and ship them somewhere they don't want to be. Now, Martha's Vineyard, as they're doing this and having this conversation about how inhumane it is, they were shipping those 50 illegal immigrants that were shipped to their island back to the mainland. But they were saying how inhumane it was to do that very thing. This is how stupid shit's gotten, folks. And now, the last but not least, I have never seen until this damn whole thing about the Little Mermaid, I had not realized that even in a children's cartoon, the character, the Little Mermaid, oh, they got her belly button showing and they got her in a bra. Is it a little girl or is it a little woman? Got her in a bra and basically a pair of panties if she had legs. I mean, this is your society. This is your society, that a cartoon character for little kids is running around in a bra. Why? Oh, it's undersea. She would have a swimming suit on if she was swimming in the sea. Oh, that's right. Because all fish, sharks, whales, dolphins, porpoises, fucking sea lions, everything in the ocean that swims around, that lives in the ocean, is wearing a bra and panties. And you wonder why your kids are being lusted after, don't you? You wonder that, don't you? Even though you dress them like two-bit whores. Well, folks, God loves you. And if you seek Jesus' path, you'll find God. And you will not dress your children in this manner. And I wouldn't even let my kids watch The Little Mermaid just from all this crap they started about the whole thing. But I certainly didn't know they had her in a bra and panties. You guys, till the next time, God loves you. So do I. It's just me doing an old man rant on Pop Pop's Garage. Love you.